Today I'm going to be showing you how to transfer an embroidery pattern using Dressmaker's pencils. So these are found at Hobby Lobby or Joann's. I've found them at almost every craft store I've gone to. They'll come in a couple different shades. So you'll have white for when you're working on dark fabrics, and then they'll usually be blue or pink when you're working on light fabrics. And these are just like colored pencils. You can sharpen them with a regular pencil sharpener, which is great because if you're working on really ornate or embroidery patterns with fine lines, you can get them extra sharp. So what you're going to do is trace with these, and they come with these little caps. And what's great about these pencils is that they're water soluble, meaning when you're done with your embroidery, you can actually dip it in a cup of water and erase your mistakes, kind of like I'm showing here. So all of the extra lines, in case you weren't exactly perfect with your embroidery pieces, they can be brushed away, and so it's less stress. So now to do the actual tracing of the pattern. This is an old light tracer that I have had since I've literally been like 5 years old, and it's still working. You just hook it up with an outlet. And when you turn it on, you can see that it will light the back through so that you can see the pattern on your fabric. So here I'm laying out my printed pattern, which is available on my website at thethreadhoney.com. Just kind of sticking it on there. Sometimes I'll tape it, but with this, I think I'll be okay, so I'm not going to worry about that. Now I'm laying my fabric that I've already pre-ironed. I'm just going to center it so that the pattern is in the middle of the hoop. I'm going to start to go in with my Dressmaker's pencil. Again, I have it nice and sharp so that I can get all of the fine lines. Now I'm going and I'm starting to trace my pattern, and you can see I kind of give it a little check to make sure that I'm nice and on. And then just using the Dressmaker's pencil, just like, any other pencil, I'm going through and tracing over the lines. So with this, you don't have to use a super heavy hand. Basically just trace and go. So this is my go-to way that I transfer patterns when I'm doing my embroidery hoops. And a lot of the times when I'm doing clothing items, I'll also transfer them this way if the fabric allows, meaning if it's not a fabric that's super thick like denim. I just find that it's easiest to get the pattern onto the fabric this way. There's also Dressmaker's markers that people use. I found that I prefer the pencils. The ink of the marker tends to be a little too intense for me, and I have a hard time getting it off afterwards. Even though it's water soluble just like the pencils, I find you have to really scrub it and dig into the fabric. This pencil has a light enough touch that when you're done and you're erasing it away, it goes really quickly, like in a matter of less than a second. So that's my preference. All right, and that's really all there is to it. You can see the pattern on the fabric. It looks identical to the downloaded pattern that you can get at my website. So that is it. I will link below the brand of pencils I use. I use the brand Dritz, which I've had really great results with. But if you're interested in keeping up with my latest work, you can follow me on Instagram at threadhoney, or you can visit my website, thethreadhoney.com, where I sell downloadable patterns, embroidery equipment, and you can see all of my videos there as well.